We'll get started. So we'll do a Surah AtTakasur, and actually just I want to do a very quick translation. So when we go into that, we will know what the context is. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing in general people. And the ayat starts with Alhaakumut Takathur. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that your competition of having more and more and more, like increasing in your wealth, has distracted you so much that you have forgotten everything. Everyone is so much involved in competing to get wealth and accumulate the wealth. So this is what is being addressed here. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that you all will continue doing that in your life. You just want more and more until there comes a time when you reach to your graves. Okay? Hatta zurtumul maqabir, when you visit your graves. Kalla sawfa ta'alamun, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, nay, soon you will come to know. Thumma kalla sawfa ta'alamun, and these words are being repeated that indeed, then you will come to know, you will find out. Kalla law ta'alamuna ilmal yaqeen. Nay, but you will know with the knowledge of certainty. Surely you will know with a knowledge that will be a sure knowledge. Okay? So Allah subhanahu, at this point, what is being said that if you knew for sure where are you heading to, then maybe you would not spend all your time accumulating the wealth and increasing it and putting all your effort in doing that. Okay? So after that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala presents a scene of the hereafter. La tarawunna al-jahim. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, definitely all of you are going to see the hellfire. All of you are going to see the hell, and this scene will be from a distance. Okay? Only those who are disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will enter into that, but every single person will be shown on the day of judgment from a distance what the hellfire is, what the hell is, what the Jahannam is. Okay? And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, one more time says that then definitely you will see it, the hell, with the eyes of belief. These eyes, you will see them, you will believe with the eyes that you will see this hell. Okay? And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in a different context said that then you will be questioned, you will be asked about the blessing that you are given in this worldly life. Okay? So these are three different independent statements about the surah. Okay? So with that, the surah starts with the Alhaakumut Takathur. Okay? So the word is, these ayat, before we do that, there are few words which are going to repeat here. So I just want to write down the grammar of those. So if we start these three letters, Fa, Ain and Lam, this means to do. Okay? So if we just take these three letters and put a fatah on each of them, we just put a fatah on each of them. Fa'ala, this makes the grammar of he and third person past tense. He did. Okay, so that's how fa'ala. Okay. Then, if you look at, put a ta in the beginning and keep the other three letters together, taf'alu. So you just fa, an and lam, and you put a ta in the beginning. Okay. And just put some harakas, taf'alu. This means you do. Okay. You put a ta in the beginning, it becomes a grammar of you, one person, present tense, do something. Okay. Then you can make a plural of that by adding a guna at the end. Because we will need these words in this surah, so it's easy to just mention beforehand. Taf'aluna. This means you all do. All do. This is a singular. One person do, taf'alu. If you add guna at the end, it becomes you all do. Okay? So basically these three things we will need here to learn most of the words here. And if there is any more, I'll mention that. Okay? So the first word is alhaaku muttakathuru. First two words. Okay? So this first word, it starts with the lam, ha and waw. These are the three letters. Okay? And the meaning of these three letters is to play. Lam, ha, waw means to play around, do some useless things. Okay? La, ha, waw. Okay? And these are three letters. So whenever there are three letters, we can say that they belong to the group of the words, which is called fa'ala. It's the name of the group. And we make bigger words by adding more letters. Okay? So one way is that we add an alif in the beginning, and it becomes af'ala. So this will become alif, lam, ha and waw. You just added one letter, alif in the beginning. So this word has a different meaning. Okay? The meaning of this one is to distract or to divert. To distract or to divert. Or the people who know the word ghaflat, to be in a state of ghaflat. Okay? So that is the meaning of this word, alif, lam, ha and waw. Okay? Now when we combine this, it becomes al-ha. Al-ha is it diverted or it distracted. Something that kept your attention away, that's a distraction. Something that put you in a ghaflat, in the state where you don't know what you're doing. So that is these things. Waw is a weak letter, it is not pronounced, so these are the letters which are left there. So that is al-ha. Al-ha and kum means you all.
So that one is with sukun al, but you put alaha. So is it alha?
No, so this will be okay. Al,
sukun, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that. Alha, that's right. So alha, if you combine these, that's the first word. Alha kum. Distracted you all. Something put you in a state of ghaflat. Something that turned you away from everything and it diverted you away from everything. So something you are doing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, there is something that you are doing which has taken you away in the state of ghaflat or in a distraction state. You have forgotten everything else by something. And what is that something? That's the next word. Okay? So the next word starts with these three letters, kaf, tha and ra. Kasara. Kasara means to increase. Kasrat is something which is a lot. So kathara means to increase something. Three letters. Kathara means to increase something. Okay. So these are three letters. Now if I add two letters to this one, ta, and then you keep kaf and tha, and then alif, and keep these three letters. This is one way of making bigger letter. We added ta and alif. So takasur, this is takasara or takasur. It means you are competing to increase. Kasara means to increase. If you want to increase your wealth, you are using the word kasara. But all of you, every one of you start competing with one another, fighting with one another, so everybody can get more wealth, more money. That is takasur.
alif has to be after ka, right?
Before sa.
After ka.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you. Takasur. Tagaful, takasur, those are the words.
What does it mean?
To compete, to increase. So the meaning is to compete, to increase. So a competition is going on between people who can have more wealth, who can have more money. And in this competition, you forgot something. You distracted yourself away from what your responsibility in this worldly life were. So this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, that you all got distracted. You all fell into ghaflat. You all diverted yourself away by, in a competition, to get more and more and more. Okay? So takasurun, when you make a noun from that, which is takasurun. Takasurun means a competition. Competition to increase. Okay. Takasurun is the word, noun, which means a competition is going on. And what is the competition? To get more and more wealth in this worldly life. To increase everything that you have. Okay, you're not satisfied anymore. So you're putting all your time, all your effort and everything else, all your resources to earn, make more and more. And that has taken all your time away. So that is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, that distracted you, all of you, kum means all of you, got distracted in the competition to increase more. Okay? So takasurun, and if you put al before that, al brings the meaning of the. So this will become the competition. Okay. And al removes one dhamma from here, so it becomes al takasuru. And when you pronounce AtTakasur, lam becomes silent in the pronunciation. So that's the word in the Quran. AtTakasur is the word. AtTakasur means a competition to increase the wealth. Alhaakumu, it distracted you all. Okay? So that's what the meaning is there. Distracted you all. The competition. The competition to increase. Increase here is pointing to the worldly material things. Okay, wealth and all the worldly material things, increasing in those things has taken you away, diverted your attention, has gotten you involved in everything that you forgot what the real purpose is, what the goal is. Okay? So that is alhaqu muttakathuru. Those two words which are made of alha one, kum is the other one, and attakasur is the other one.
So the al is, I know attakasur is the competition to increase.
Yeah.
What is al? What is the al-hakum distracting you?
Al-ha is the part. This al is not that al.
Oh, okay, that's not.
Yeah. That al is the part of the verb.
Oh, okay.
It is not al-da.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That is actually the verb here. Because originally it has lam in it. And we added a new alif to make a word.
Okay.
It is not this al.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
That's the part of the word actually.
Got
That is
it.
al. Okay? So what happened? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you continue competing with one another until there comes a time. Okay? So the meaning of the word hatta is just a word, it means until. Okay. Hatta means until. Okay? Until what happened? So the next word starts with these three letters, Za, Waw, and Ra.
To visit.
To visit. This means to visit. This is the meaning of these three letters. Okay? So here, one more thing I want to add, that if you have these three letters, Fa'ala, and if you keep the three letters together like this, Fa, An, and Lam, and you add Tum after that, Fa'al-tum. So Tum brings the meaning of you did. So this brings the meaning of you did. So Tum brings the meaning of you did. Now notice that in here the word is Hatta Zurtum. Okay? So this one, if I put a Tum after that, Tum. Okay? And if I use the same grammar, Fa, Zavartum, same Arab, Fa, An, and Lam have three Arabs, Fa, An, and Lam, just keep the same Arab. So the word become Zavartum. Zavartum will mean you visited, past tense. Because Tum brings the meaning of past tense, and you. So these three letters, Zavartum means you visited. So the meaning is you visited. Now in the pronunciation, one thing changes here. This Waw, it's called a weak letter, and it has a fatah on it. Waw brings the sound of Dhamma. It doesn't have the sound of Waw. Alif is like a fatah, Zabar. Ya is like a Zair or Kasra. And Waw is like a Dhamma or Pesh. So this is a mismatch here. The harkat on this one. So in the pronunciation, this Waw is dropped out. It's not pronounced. But its sound is kept and is moved backward. So this will become Zurtum. The actual word is Zavartum. But in the speech and pronunciation, they pronounce Zurtum. Zurtum means you visited. Until you visited, what did you visit? Maqabir, which is the plural of qabr. Okay? So the next word starts with these letters, Qaf, Ba, and Ra.
So because it's a mixed match, the Waw was taken out?
Right, so it's a weak letter. It is removed, but its sound is kept. And sound moves on Za.
Okay.
So it becomes Dhamma sound, Zu. Okay? So Qabara and Qabrun means grave. Qabrun or Qabr we say grave. Okay? And Maqabir is the place of burying. The place of burial is called Maqbara. We use that Maqbara a lot. Maqbara is a place where bodies are buried, which is same thing as like grave. Maqabir is the plural. Places of your burying. Graves. So until you visited the graves, which means you died and you were buried. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that all of you kept yourself busy, compete with another in competing to earn more and more and more wealth, to increase until your life span is over, you died and you were buried in the graves. Okay? So until the last minute, that's the nature of the human being, that until the last minute he wishes to get more and more and more in this worldly life. So that is the meaning of hatta zurtumul maqabir, until you visited graves. Means you ended up in your places of burial. Okay, that is the meaning of zurtumul maqabir. Al-Maqabir means the Maqbara, the place of the burial. Then, so Allah subhanahu says that, okay, now your life is over. You have been buried now. Now you are going to find out the reality of these things will open after you die. Okay, so that is the next ayat. Kalla, kalla means
Negation.
nay.
Negation.
Negating. Hargizni. Kalla.
What is a plural of grave?
Qubur. No. If you want to make the plural of qabr,
Yeah.
qabr plural is qubur. Okay? But the word maqbara is, I had a meme in the beginning. That becomes an ha at the end, maqbara. Maqbara is the place of burial. So that's the difference in qabr and maqbara. Qabr is that little grave where body is placed in there. Okay? But the place where burial is done is called maqbara.
So it's not saying that you visited the graveyard, but says like until
No,
you
no.
died, until you
Visited means you died and you reached to the graveyard. Yeah, it's not visiting while you're alive.
died. Right.
Okay? But until you died. That's what it is, Zurtumul Maqabir, until you ended up in the graves. Okay? Kalla. Kalla means nay. Nay is in Urdu says hargiz nahi. Nay, no, something like that. That's the meaning of kalla. Nay. Okay? Now, the next word is, it starts with these three letters, Ain, Lam and Mim. This means to know. To know something, ilm, knowledge, alama. Okay? Now, it's the same thing if you look at that one. If I put a ta in the beginning and vuna at the end, it becomes the grammar of that you know. You and present tense. Ta brings the meaning of you and present tense. Vuna brings the meaning of plural. So, taf'aluna, you do. Ta'alamuna, you know. So, do the same thing here. Put a ta in the beginning and vuna at the end. And keep the three letters. Ta'alamuna. Okay? Ta'alamuna. Ta'alamuna means you all know. Okay? Alama means to know. Ta'alamuna means to know. Now, in Arabic, the grammar for present tense and future tense has a very small difference in it. So what happens that this word sofa, if you put the word sofa before a word like this, it brings the statement into the future tense. So sofa means will. So you all will know.
Near future, right?
Near future. Soon you will know. So sawfa ta'lamuna, you will come to know. You will find out. Okay? Very soon in the near future, as soon as you die, as soon as your eyes are closed in this world, the real eyes will open up and you will know what you were supposed to be doing in this world and what you had been doing, just accumulating the wealth and increasing and competing with one another and just wasting your life. Okay? So that is the meaning of Kalla sawfa ta'lamun, nay, you will know. Okay? You will know. Now, thumma is used as the meaning of then. So something is going to be repeated here. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making the same statement a second time by saying, then again you will come to know.
Double emphasis.
Double emphasis. So then means, summa means then. Then again you will come to know. Which are the same words. Kalla sawfa ta'alamun. Nay, you will know. Okay. Now the next part is, again it starts with kalla. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that, no, make sure that, I'm repeating no so many times that this is what the truth is, everything else has to be no. So again, kalla means nay. Okay. Now, the word after that is law. The simple meaning of law is if.
Agar, na? If,
Yeah.
agar.
And law makes the conditional statement. If means a condition. Whenever you say if, you are setting a condition for something. So that is what the meaning of law. So whenever a sentence will start with the law, it means something conditional is being set in that sentence. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Kalla law ta'alamuna. If you know, ta'alamuna is again the same word. No, if you know, if you had known, if you had come to know. So that is what the word is. Law means if, and ta'alamuna is the same word repeating here. You know. Okay.
Alaikum assalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So the first word is from the same root letters, ayn, lam and mim. And the noun is ilmun. Ilmun means knowledge. Ilm, if we start with ilm, ilm means knowledge. Okay? And ya, kaf and noon are the root letters. And all of us mostly know the word yaqeen, which is the full word is yaqeenun. When you stop is yaqeen. Yaqeen means certainty, sure. Okay. Yaqeen means sure, sure knowledge. Okay. So when you combine these two, okay, so and you put alif before that, it brings the meaning of the. Okay. And then you combine these two words. Ilmul yaqeen means knowledge, which is a sure knowledge. The sure knowledge. The real knowledge. The knowledge of yaqeen. Okay? So that is the meaning of ilmul yaqeen. The word is ilmul yaqeen. Okay? This is a noun, but whenever noun comes after the word, this dhamma changes into a fatha, so it becomes ilm al yaqeen. Okay? That's the rule of the noun and maf'ul. So the meaning is that if you knew with a certain knowledge, if you had the knowledge, for sure knowledge, then all of a sudden the statement stops there. But what does it mean? It means that if you had a sure knowledge, true knowledge, knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you would not have spent all your time in competing and collecting worldly things. Right now that's what everybody is doing. Everyone is competing and trying to collect worldly things until they die. So Allah says that if you had a sure knowledge, that what the fact is, what's going to happen after you die, okay, then you would not have spent all your time and resources in gathering the worldly things. You would have stopped and said, no, there are other things I have to do in this worldly life, okay, which is obey the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So basically, up to this point, a condition is being mentioned, that if you knew, you would not have done it. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, better know it now. If you haven't known now, not until now, then this surah is telling you that don't spend all your time, 100% of your time, just collecting worldly material
Worldly
things.
affairs.
Worldly things. Okay? So stop at this point. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, if you had the knowledge, it's a conditional statement. If you had the knowledge, you would not have done it. Now the knowledge has come to you. Now you know that the purpose of your creation was not just to create, just to get the wealth and collect and collect and collect and spend all your time until the death comes to you. Okay? So it's a very strong message is being given in this surah that ilmul yaqeen, the true, certain, definite yaqeen knowledge, if you had it, you would not do it. Okay? So now get that knowledge, understand that, and change your lifestyle. Okay? So that's what it is. Ilm al-yaqeen, sure knowledge. We probably have read this surah in our lifetime all the time, right? But the message which comes after that is very different.
Eye-opener.
Okay, basically we read the Quran without understanding the Quran, and it just goes over our heads. But such a strong message is being given here that what is your life and where are you going? Okay. Now, so the topic stops there. Now something else is being mentioned. La tarawunna al-jahim. So let's look at those words. Okay. So the first word is made of lam and a noon with a shadda. Okay. And then ta, ra, and waw. Okay. These are actually made of three parts. Lam is a separate word. Noon with a shadda is a separate word. And in the middle is tarau. Ta, ra, and waw. Okay. These two words, lam and noon with a tashdeed or shadda, whenever they are used together. And they are used to surround on each side a statement. Whenever they are used, the purpose is to emphasize a lot. So, lam with a fatha means sure, noon with a fatha means sure. Okay. Means something is being stated with so much emphasis, so much certainty on both sides that take it seriously. This is not a joke anymore. Okay? So that's what the intensity of these two letters are, lam and noon. The word in the middle, it starts with ra, alif and ya. This means to see. Okay. Ra means to see. Tarau means you will see. Okay. So as I mentioned, when you put a ta in the beginning, it brings the meaning of you. Okay. You will see. You will definitely see. Surely, you will see, surely. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making a statement that you are going to see something. Taraw, you will see something. But before and after, so much emphasis being given that definitely, and when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying with that certainty that you will definitely are going to see something. What is you are going to see? You are going to see al-jahim. Al-jahim is the hell. Okay? Now remember that, so on the day of judgment, on the day of Hashr, every single person will observe, will see the Jahannam, will see the hell. Okay? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will present hell, Jahannam, so every single person will be able to see it from a distance. Some people will be entered into there, some people will be spared, and they will be sent to paradise. But everyone will see it with their eyes. This is the promise of Allah with two sureties, Lam and Noon. You will definitely see Al-Jahim. Al-Jahim is Jahannam, hellfire. So observation will be made. Everyone will be seeing, and then whoever is forgiven, Allah will subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he will be told that this could have been your place, but you have been forgiven. But the physical observation is a must for everyone to see that from distance. Okay? So that is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying. You will definitely see the hell. Okay? All of you. Okay?
How about the non-believers? They will see the paradise?
It's not mentioned, so I cannot make a comment here. Probably not. Wallah alam. Yeah.
My understanding is maybe for your whatever sins you did,
Yeah.
you will go for some short time or whatever, and then from there you will.
Okay, so there will be people whom Allah will forgive because they will ask forgiveness in this worldly life. Then they will not even go in there. Okay, those people whom Allah will forgive, they will ask forgiveness and they will obey His command. They will not even go there for a minute or second, but they will see it that could have been the place, and they will be more thankful that Allah saved them from that place and sent them to paradise. Now some people will, yes, this is right, that some people will go there for some time until their punishment is completed, then they will be removed from there. And there are many ahadith about that. Okay? But observation, seeing is for everybody. Everyone will see it from a distance. Everyone. Even Prophet will be able to see that is a hellfire. Okay? That's from a distance, like you can see moon from here. Okay? So you can observe it, you can see it there, you may not go there. Okay? So that is what you will see it definitely. Lam and Noon brings the definiteness in there. Okay? So you will sure see it.
How we can say that all the people are going to see? Is this ayat is for just only those people? They did the bad things?
This is for all. Tarao. This is you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala addressing here. Kum is all of you. So this ayat is talking collectively to all the people. This surah, not to individually, but to all the people. Okay?
Real quick.
You will sure see the hell. Any question?
I'm sorry, I don't, when you broke it down to where it says to see,
Mm-hmm.
the ra and the alif,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I don't see that in this word, I'm sorry. I just, where is that structure? I don't see it.
Okay, so I skipped something in between. Just follow taf'alu. That is the rule, right? Taf'alu, right? So you put a ta in the beginning, right? Okay. Then instead of fa, an, and lam, you have these three letters, right?
Yeah.
So next one is ra, then alif, then ya, right? Okay? Now put the same harakat. Ta has a fatah, fa has a sukoon, then you have alif, right? And then you have a waw, right? Now this has two mismatches in here. This one is a mismatch, not that one. Okay? So ya with the sound of dhamma is a mismatch, is a weak letter. Okay? So this will be written as a vav, and this will not be pronounced. So you see taraw. Okay? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says one more time here, thumma, then. Okay? Thumma means then, after, in the next ayat. Okay? Oh. So now if you notice that, the next word is this. La tarawunnaha is the same as la tarawunna, but ha is added in that. Okay? La tarawunnaha is la tarawunna plus ha. Ha means it. And it means hell.
It's female.
Yeah. Because Jahim is a female word. Feminine, so ha is used for that. Okay, but in English you can say it. Okay, so the ayah says, Thumma, then, la tarawunnaha, you will definitely see it. One more time. Repeat, the word is repeated, but this time, instead of Jahim, al-Jahim, the word ha is used. It's a pronoun. So first time it says that definitely you will see the hell, and then again, definitely you will see it. So that's the meaning of la tarawunnaha. You will definitely see it. Okay? You will sure see it. Okay? And the word Ainun means eye. Ainun means eye. Anak, it's the same word. Ain means eye. Ainul yaqeen, the eye of the certainty. This means your eye will see it so much with certainty that you may not say, oh no, this is just like a dream I'm seeing, or this is just like some vision of some kind. It will, your eyes will see with definite certainty that there is a hell in front of you. Okay? So you will see it, you will definitely see it with those eyes that you cannot deny it. Your vision will be so perfect and will seeing it, the hell, that it cannot be any dream or imagination. It will be so certain. That is the meaning of Ain al-Yaqeen. Yaqeen means certainty. Ain means eye. Eye of certainty. Okay? Eye of surety. Okay? So these are the observations people will have on the Day of Judgment. Okay? Eye of sure, certainty or sure. Words are common and they are repeating here. Okay. Okay. So, in these two words, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned just a scene of the hereafter, an observation of the Day of Judgment. After that, Summa usually comes to represent then after. Like one thing happened, and after another thing happens in the sequence, then you use the word summa. Okay? Summa. So next time when summa comes, okay, from the structure of the sentence, this observation is complete now. Everyone has been shown the hell. Okay? After that, when everybody has seen completely, after that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Thumma, then after that, you will be questioned of the blessing that were given to you. That's the third part of this ayah, the surah, that first you will see the hell. After seeing that, believing that with the real eyes, without any doubt that this thing does exist, this was not some threat that Allah had given in this worldly life. This is there, a reality is there. After that, the accounting will start. The accountability will start. Okay? That is the last ayat, thumma, then after that. Okay? Latus alunna. Now again, notice the word here.
Will be questioned.
Okay, so, but again, the way it is surrounded by again these two words. Okay? And in between is tus'alu. Okay? Lam, that means surely, and noon shadda means surely. Okay? Sure. And sure. And this word, sawal, sawal means to ask something. Okay? So the root letters are Sin, Hamza and Lam. Sa'ala means to ask. Sa'ala means to ask a question. Sawal is commonly used. Sawal means question or asking. So Sa'ala are the root letters. Okay? And if I put it thus, alu means you ask. Okay. Again, remember the rule, when you put a ta in the beginning, it becomes you, present tense. So that's what I did. I put ta in the beginning, and alif is not written, only hamza is written with it. Fatah here. Tas'alu. Tas'alu means you ask. Tas'alu means you ask. Like taf'alu, you do. Tas'alu, you ask. Okay, but that's not the word. Okay, so this is tas'alu. Now, if I make one change here, that if I change the first letter here to Dhamma, okay, tus'alu, it is a passive voice now. You will be asked. Active is you ask, passive is you will be asked. Okay? And that's the word in the Quran. La tus, with a dhamma here. So the meaning will be you will be asked. Definitely you will be asked. Surely you will be questioned. Okay? And that's the reckoning, that's the accountability. Everybody will be asked what did they do in this worldly life. So after the observation of the hell, people's accounting will start. Okay? Accountability will start. Okay? That is hisab will start. So that is what? La tus'alu and na. So when you read these together, it's la tus'alunna. Definitely you will be asked.
I heard there was like 70,000 of Prophet no one be questioned.
You're saying that prophets will not be questioned?
70,000 people from Prophet Muhammad's ummah will not be questioned.
It's hard to say that because this clearly says that something will be questioned. I know what your question is, that even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask in Surah Al-Ma'idah, Isa alayhi salam, he will be questioned too, that I gave you prophethood. Did you tell people that worship me and my mother? Allah will ask in front of everybody, Isa alayhi salam, did you say to the people, worship me and my mother?
Yeah.
So even prophet is being questioned. So wallah alam, I don't know what the extent of that will be. But here, La and noon is a definite emphasis. You will definitely be asked. Now here's one more thing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, let's finish this word, because here only the word na'im is used. It's blessing. Okay? Whatever good things, whatever blessing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given, person will be asked, how did you do? How did you spend those things? For example, okay? Here it is not being mentioned that what else will be asked. But we know that in other places, فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَى and شَرًّا يَرَى. Shar, someone who did, he will see it. Khair, someone who did, the smallest amount of it, he will see it. So, questioning will be done for all, but in this ayat, only the na'im is mentioned. Na'im is from ni'mat, blessing. Okay. So, you will definitely be asked, Yawma is in that day. Yawm is that day, and Yawma is in means that particular day, the day of judgment. So, let's finish this one.
So tas'alu se tusalu jo hua, so tas'alu is present tense, tusalu is future?
You are asked or you will be asked. Yes. Because mudari covers both of them. Present tense and future tense, both are covered.
Okay.
But when you have to make definite future, then you put sofa in there.
So, okay.
Yeah.
But it has to still be
Yeah.
Dhamma.
Yeah. So you have to understand from the context.
Context, okay.
It's being talked about the present or the future now. Because we are talking about the hereafter, that's future. So you will be translating, you will be asked.
Okay.
Because that's the future. So from the context, I put a will there.
Okay.
Okay? If it was talked about now, then you are asked.
Tas'alu.
If the now,
Tas.
tas'alu,
But if in the future, tusalu.
no, tus'alu is the passive voice.
You will.
Tas'alu means you are doing something. Tas'alu, you are asking.
Okay.
And tus'alu, you are being asked.
Okay.
So the
Okay.
doer change here.
Right. I got it.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So here is a tus'alu. Tus'alu means you. So Allah says that you will be asked. Definitely, then you will sure be asked. Okay? And the next word is yawmaizin. Yawmaizin means that day. Yawmun means day. Okay, and when you put yawmaizin means that day. So the word yawmaizin means that day.
An means from the blessing and bounty was given to you.
Yeah, that day. An will mean here about.
Oh, about?
You will be definitely asked about on that day. An means about. And Noon, Ain, Mim are the root letters. And Na'imun means blessing. Na'imun is from the ni'mat, we say ni'mat or na'im, that means blessing. And al means the blessing. So when you combine these two, one dhamma is not pronounced, so it becomes al na'imu, and lam is silent, so it becomes an na'imu. An na'imu means the blessing. Okay. And an means about, and an is a harf-e-jar. Harf-e-jar changes this last letter to kasra. So the pronunciation will be anin na'im, about the blessing. About the blessing means everything that Allah gave in this world is a blessing. Okay? Health and time and money and everything Allah gave is a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask, how did you use all these things? Do you have a question?
Yawma Idin, that day, that's pointing to Yawma Qiyamah.
Yawm al-Qiyamah, yes. That day is the day of judgment. Because we are talking in this world, that day means when the day comes, the day of Qiyamah comes. And that is where the Al-Jahim is the time for wise and then questioning about the blessings and the ni'mat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? That will be that day. That day about the blessing. Okay, you will be questioned. Surely you will be questioned. Okay? And everyone will be questioned. So yes, I have heard about that, that some people will enter without reckoning. Wallah alam, what is the
Surah Waqiah, there will be left side people, like
Ashabul
middle
Maimana.
people will go without question.
but it doesn't say in the surah that they will go without question.
Oh, it says-
There are three kinds Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ashabul Maimana, Ashabul Mash'ama, and As-Sabiqun. Okay? But all three, nowhere it says that they will not be questioned.
This is a hadith.
No, I know that I have heard the hadith, but I don't know the context of that. And I'm not saying that this is not the hadith, it's true. But maybe we need to understand it a bit better with the relation to this ayat. That even the ni'mat is being questioned.
Prophets also will be questioned.
Hmm?
Prophets also will be questioned.
Yeah, so Allah, there may be, it only Allah knows, but as I said that from this ayat and from the other places, something will be mentioned. It is not that they will get up from their graves and all of a sudden they will find themselves in the paradise. They will have to go through some stages before the final judgment is made. Inshallah, we'll stop at this point.